Welcome everybody to the Alienware Game Partner Series featuring Everspace 2. It's another Monday. It's another fabulous Monday, and we've got Eric here with us today, and I believe his audio is actually working. Let's find out.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, world. Did you hear me? Is it good? I certainly hope so, because if it's not, uh, you're gonna get a lot of this, and it's gonna look great. And but it sounds like it's working. All right, cool.
Awesome. Yay! Woo!
Yes.
Sandeep,
Oh
welcome
god.
to the stream. I'm so glad that that worked out. But it was funny, folks, because while we were testing, the audio started to work, but then Eric's camera started up a little bit. So,
Hmm.
so just another Monday.
Oh
But
yeah.
you fabulous folks, you know how I'm going to start. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And to avoid that awkward silence while you respond, I'll tell you a little bit about mine. I had a family filled weekend. I had my goddaughter's birthday party. She turned 7 years old. It was adorable. And for the birthday party, they made pizza. It was like, it was so cool. It was just like all these kids just making their own pizza.
That's cool.
Yeah. I thought it was fun. So let's see here. Tech problems before a stream? Never. Geek Bite. And I actually Geek Bite, I want to thank you for joining our stream last week. It was wonderful to have you here, and I think you did a fabulous job. So thank you for picking up the slack.
Gosh.
My volume is a bit quiet. That's no good because I mean, if my volume is quiet as a Cuban, that's a problem.
True.
All right. I just pumped it up. Pump up the volume. How we doing? All right, thumbs up. Sounds good. So listen, folks, I want to go ahead and just remind you that this is the penultimate stream. Next week is going to be the final tier, single tier, stream for Everspace 2. And then on June 19th, which also happens to be my birthday, I start Black Desert Online. So we're gonna do it up. I'm gonna have some extra prizes for the 19th of June, some arena awards, things like that. But we'll talk about that next week. Uh, I want to go ahead and jump into the game, but before that, Eric, anything you want to add? Anything you gotta share?
Uh, no, not really. Um, I think I just want to see you play Everspace 2 and
Yeah.
have a good time.
Yes.
That's it's like it's been my life is good right now.
Let's do this. Oh, Hasio with the uwu. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So Eric, I'll jump in the game and I'll tell you the story. But first, I'm just going to start the giveaway now, and then at the end we'll go ahead and give away the codes.
Did
Everyone,
you almost did you almost uwu that on accident? Did you say you were gonna do the giveaways now?
stop calling me out. So as a reminder, folks, we're giving away one of 5 Steam codes for Everspace 2 today. And in order to enter, all you have to be, in order to be eligible, you have to be following the channel, and then you must be present to win. I'm going to ask you a very simple code, etc., etc., etc. So let me go ahead and just start this before I get into the stream, because last week I got so immersed in the stream that I forgot to hit start on the giveaway. So, all right, and start the giveaway. And there we go. So feel free to start jumping in, folks, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Woo. And as you can see, the code is exclamation mark ooh woo. So, funny story, Eric.
Oh,
So
hey.
the
Oh, wait.
yeah,
Quick. Time out. Okay, so I see two things. One, I'm slightly not centered. I don't know if you care
oh,
about that.
I
Honestly,
do.
rule of thirds says that this is fine. However, I see this little black line right there,
There,
and that
done.
bothers me.
That done.
Destroy it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I
All right,
destroyed
now, please tell me the stories. I'm
it.
excited. My ear holes are ready.
All right. So the running joke is that if we say ooh woo on stream, our viewership will jump 50 points. So we kept testing that out, and on Diablo, the 4 of us all synchronized our ooh woos when we beat a boss.
Okay. Wow.
And we
Synchronized ooh-woos.
yes, and actually we did have a jump in viewership every time we did it.
Woo!
All right.
My next question was going to be like, what's the measurement of viewership points? But it sounds like you're talking about actual people.
Actual people
like,
jumping into the stream,
okay.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Ridiculousness.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'm happy for Uwu.
Yep. So last time we were here, wait, no, I feel like we're not in the right. Come on, where was the last one? Oh, I guess this is where we left off. Okay, that's fine. Because we beat a boss last stream.
Okay, yep. He was here, now he's not, because you have crushed him.
Yes.
Did you collect a thing?
Did I collect the thing?
A thing. It was a thing that you were needing to collect.
Let's find out from the
collection of something?
Let's find out from the missions. Let's see. It appears that meet Jax at the jump gate, so it looks like I did. Oh, hello, little one. Welcome to the stream.
You just say hello to everybody. Say, hi, my name is Joyce. Or nothing at all, that's totally fine too.
That's totally fine, yep.
Yeah. Well, hey, is it okay if I do a little bit of this and you run upstairs and have a little fun upstairs? Okay, cool. I'm glad I have your approval. Excellent. I think mommy might also be in a meeting right now, so it's beautiful. Did you?
Yeah, Maddox. We're supposed to rendezvous at a ramen joint.
That's okay.
Starbase. Dax, that body we just found. When I saw it, it felt like that was still me in there. I remember dying so many times. It's almost as if I never even had a life at all.
I get your point. Let's see here. I can just see someone using Uwu and Scrabble. I love that. Astro, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you.
But I do believe I know what you're thinking.
Yeah. So yeah, we spent our. If you were able to join us for our Diablo stream on Thursday, it was a wonderful stream, and actually we're going to be doing that again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be doing giveaways there as well. We're going to be giving away Dell rewards and more arena artifacts. Oh, got distracted. So yeah, if you saw the stream, we all cosplayed. I had my my Barb cosplay going there.
Someone took the bait.
Haha. Leave me alone. There you go. Woo. I love these new weapons. So yeah, make sure to join. But if you did see the stream, yeah, we had a lot of ooh-woos going on there. Every time we beat a boss, it was fun. We're silly. And actually, we're gonna do a 3-hour stream instead of 2 hours tomorrow. Ooh, man, these new weapons are killer. Oh, that's right, Chronix. You said I look like Tony Montana. Fly, pelican, fly! If you ever seen that movie, Scarface. Come on, pelican! Alright, so... Did I wipe them out? That was way too easy. I shouldn't say that.
Hang on a second. Need to implement a code that boosts your difficulty.
No, stop! No!
You're still playing on normal, right? Like
yes, normal.
Okay.
That is correct. No, I got some great upgrades last stream that like was so thrilling to ow. Container. Woo. Oh, thanks, Geekbike. So you're able to check it out. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing that. It's gonna be fun. But let's stick to Everspace 2 here, because I'm just enjoying this. Okay, so I did this side mission. I don't know if there's anything else for me to collect. Let's go explore a little bit over here. This is a big rock.
So these improvements to your vessel, please remind me, did you end up buying a new ship, or have you just customized?
No. I ended up buying a new ship, but we did that together 2 weeks ago, I think it was. But then I got some.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I got some upgrades. So.
Yeah, because this is the tier 1 plus.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Nightmare the
hardest. I'm
hardest.
still allowed to be here. Been checking this game out. The combat looks fun. I'm glad the combat looks fun. We did try to make the combat fun. We felt like it was a pretty important part of the game experience.
Yep.
So good to hear.
Oh no, the combat's fabulous. I love it. And welcome, Umar. It's good to see you. If you guys have not been able to check out Umar's streams, he's been doing some Diablo with his wife, and it's been great.
Nice. That sounds like fun. Oh, okay. So this one's good. So Hazio 10th. I'm not sure how to read the username, but they said this honestly reminds me a bit of No Man's Sky, just a lot smoother and less annoying. So what's really great about this comment is that it is both completely true and completely wrong at the exact same time. A lot of us over at Rockfish, we've played a lot of different sci-fi games because like we love them. And No Man's Sky in particular is like, it's a completely different game. Like it's wildly different. And I think that it's important to recognize that even though they're both considered space games and you have a spaceship and you're flying through space, that precedence alone is not a comparison point, right? When we look at something like No Man's Sky, like you have this great flexibility of exploration and creation, much more on that sandbox level. And the space flight is more of your traveling from point A to point B. Now it has gotten better over the course of updates over, the expansive time that the game's been out. But the emphasis has never truly been on flight. Like it's never been like space combat, super crazy focus. It's always been your means of transportation. Whereas in Everspace 2, and the whole reason I'm bringing any of this up and clarifying these points, Everspace 2's groundwork, its foundation is space combat, and then we add more into that territory, right? Like the focal point, everything revolves around you're a spaceship blowing stuff up. Now go about this world and its exploration and its loot, meet these characters, fulfill this story. Like the groundwork is already so vastly different that I feel it's incredibly challenging to make a comparison to the two games at all. So if you have played No Man's Sky and you're like, oh, this would give me that sort of similar experience, not at all. It is a wildly different game, and that's why I'm bringing this point up and hammering it home so hard. Vigo, thanks for letting me take the platform away from you there.
No, heck yeah.
Talk about, but it's so important to recognize that. Such
Eric,
different games.
dude, Eric, that's the whole point of the stream, right? To educate
Yeah,
our
well,
All right.
fabulous viewers.
What
You know,
conflict
not just me being a complete goof.
Skullfowl's luring eagle souls.
that's fair. That's fair.
Cut that out. Just open the
But you are very good at being a goof. Let me just point that.
It's my brand. What can I say?
Connect it directly to the key module. I can force a link between it and the gate.
Good stuff.
It's worth a shot.
All right. So do I get to have my first space jump? That'd be cool.
Probably, maybe,
Probably,
possibly.
maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talked over like the story that was developing right there. Let me recap the story up to this point. Basically, Dax was like, "Oh yeah, now we can totally probably get the jump gate working because you have a hive unit, and so you have to get it working." And everyone's like, "Oh well, it's not just opening up. What do I need to do?" And then they're like, "Oh well, maybe we need to directly connect to the terminal at the jump gate." So right now, you have to directly connect by following that little flashing marker. And
I have to do some hacksaws.
yeah, some elite hacksaws.
Yes. Yes. I love this comment from Da Radical, KV. Like, I think in general we all compare games to each other too much. Like, I don't think even TV or film is compared so heavily when there isn't really any point to it. Like, I agree. Like, enjoy or don't. Like, doesn't matter. Like, I'm talking over this cutscene, and I get to do the jump. I'll comment more after this.
Man, you're not getting it. When I say we are getting rich,
I love how this is both like an Everspace 2 stream, but then it's also just like a general sci-fi gaming stream. It's evolving. It's changing.
Yeah.
You sure about this?
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah. There's no way I'll finish this without a badass pilot like you on board. You decided to trust me, so I'll keep on trusting you too. So, are you in or not?
I'm in!
All right then. Count me in. Nice. Then let's get moving. I don't want to jinx it any further.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What the?
No!
I can't move.
Guess after that little talk of yours, I don't need to ask if you're the right guy. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you, Mr. Bashar. Now, if you just let me take him, there's someone who'd like to have a word with him.
Uh-oh.
You'll need to get through me first.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's take out some shields.
Yes, it's gonna end in bloodshed again.
Always. But your blood. Wait. Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, where'd it go? Oh! I am not starting out well. Yeah, ha 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 ha! Zappa! What? Yeah, where did he go?
Over here.
Damn it, he's repairing himself.
Yeah, take out this missile. There we go. Yes, 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 yes!
How can he jump so fast? I need to
Come
get him
here.
before he repairs his
Come
hull.
here. Come to Papa Vigo. Your demise is inevitable.
Scrap. The gate is going haywire.
What? What happened?
Hold on tight. I'm pulling you out. Adam, listen. You need to take my body back to base, then find Maddox. No, we're doing this together. Yeah, right. Oh man. This is why I hate plans.
Yeah. Oh! No!
Damn it.
Dax, come on, bro!
Look what you've done. I needed that guy alive. Now I'll never extract the information we need. You really messed this one up, Adam.
I think I've worked out who you are.
I messed this up.
We faced each other enough times, haven't we?
Yeah, more than enough. Hive,
Yes, Mr. Roslin?
what's the state of the jump gate?
It cooled off and is functional again.
Then reopen it. This job is a waste of time. Well, have fun mopping up your friend. I'm out of here. Hey, wait!
Don't let him go. No.
Dud, he was Lom. Drot Master Batum.
No.
What's his condition?
It's no use. He's gone.
But you brought him back anyway?
He asked me to. I'd like you to run a deep bioscan. Look for any anomalies. Tattoos, implants, whatever.
Okay.
I'll take a look around his quarters.
What is it you're looking for exactly?
I can't fully say right now. This was supposed to be my ticket out of the DMZ. And yours too. So let's just hope we find something.
I'll run a post-mortem and see what turns up. Just as you suspected. A biochip. Embedded in his left shoulder.
Half of a coated string. I guess this is what everyone was after.
Everyone?
I mean the Bloodstar boss. My reckoning is that the other half of this code is with his partner on Prescott Starbase. I gotta follow this up. I can trust you here by yourself for a little while, right?
I'll keep up my end of the deal if you keep up yours. Ben is already showing signs of improvement. He should be conscious and talking anytime soon.
Well, I have to get going. I'll make sure we all get a cut of whatever this job is. After that, I can take you wherever you want to go.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
I mean, is that it? Just business? Are you not going to give Dax a proper burial?
I didn't know him long, but now I realize I've lost a friend here. Look, I don't mean to come across as insensitive. Maybe I need more time to process this.
I'm still trying to figure you out, Adam. And a lot doesn't add up. But it's clear you're running from something.
You wouldn't understand. Look, I'll bury Dax near the compound and place a proper marker.
Well, that would be the decent thing to do. And Adam, don't get yourself killed on Prescott Starbase. Its reputation spreads to the homeworlds. And I don't relish the idea of being stranded here.
I'll see this through.
Ding! Did it just ding?
Where the hell am I?
Yes.
Hey, buddy. Nice to see you back. I guess I should catch you up on the situation here.
It was the microwave ping.
Looks
Oh.
like you've inherited a hell
Yeah,
of
we've had a lot of
mess here,
people
buddy.
mention that. It's fine.
But at least it's something we can work with, and we're not alone.
Look, Ben, I need to get to Prescott Starbase to take care
See,
of some
Hathio
unfinished business
knows.
for Dax.
Hasio knows.
Ben is
Vigo
still
runs
outpatient
from
and
no
will
one!
require some rehabilitation yet. I won't permit him leaving my care until he is ready.
Okay, I understand. All the same, Ben, you'll need to step into
The
Dax's
brain is
boots while I'm
microwave
gone.
formatted to
I
obey your
guess I
orders.
could take a look around the place and see what I can do.
But first, I need you to look at that hive unit for me. I really just need it up and running so I can smoothly hack the jump gate to Union. My last attempt didn't work out so great.
Oh, the
Sure,
Radical, you're getting
just
an
need to adjust
M18?
its wavelength.
Nice. That is
There
a
you go.
beast of a machine.
It's only the speech processor that's scrambled and
Also have
requires
to
a reboot.
mention to Eek,
But I
it's
have no
really
idea
nice to
how
see
it'll
you.
behave beyond that point
Haven't seen you in a while,
until
but
you talk to it.
Hive units are known to be irritating.
Oh well,
but
welcome,
positive
Eek.
sometimes,
So,
I believe
Eek
this.
generally joins
keep
the
frequent contact
your
with you back
stream
before
on
you know it.
Everspace.
Just watch
No.
yourself, Adam.
No.
Hey, you guys look out for each other.
Well, welcome to the Alienware feature stream. All right, acquired. All right, cool. Let's see. So did Ben take over the perks?
yes, basically,
okay.
yeah. We wanted to. There's a lot that we wanted to accomplish from a gameplay standpoint with the game. We didn't want to like present perks for the player that you could get before a certain part of the story and then were redacted from the game, and like you only get what you'd purchased, right? That wouldn't feel fair to us. So from a
Right.
gamified standpoint, we said We're not worried about the story. We're going to make sure that these perks that are available and whatever progression you've made with them is going to last regardless of this character or not being here. So yeah, in order to make that make sense as a whole with the story, it's more of just kind of like a replacement character technique, if you will.
Right.
Yeah. We had the intention of Dax's story arc to do exactly what's been done in the story. Like everything about this, like we didn't change the story for the sake of like the gamification. It was more of like we had to add the gamification in order to pervert the very nature of what the character is doing, like what the player is doing rather.
Right.
So yeah, basically that's a very long-winded way to say yeah, the character's perks are just replaced. Yeah, there.
All right. Let's move on.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so let's move on to our next destination, which is back to Union Bridge.
Good.
Unless I get distracted.
That never happens in this game.
No.
I've never a single time ever been distracted whatsoever.
Same to you, buddy.
If anything comes up on your radar, you should probably check it out, by the way.
Yes. Haha!
There you go. God.
Looks like a base here.
So Vigo, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this. We got a base. I am curious though.
Yeah. What's up?
So you've been playing the game obviously for a while.
Yes.
You're getting a pretty solid feel for what you're enjoying, certain things that you've kind of explored, some things you haven't explored yet. I mean, some opportunities just simply haven't appeared. Like you haven't been able to try out a lot of the different ships yet, actually any of them yet. You've only flown a Sentinel.
Right, correct.
But just out of curiosity, like how do you envision yourself moving into this game as it continues to develop from a play style perspective?
So,
Do you
okay.
need to be more specific also?
No. So, like, my general play style is that I like to just try to be as completionist as possible. I try not to rush through a game, right? Because I like to enjoy story. I'm very much a story-driven type of player. So, I enjoy immersing myself in story. I enjoy all the little side quests and so obviously, right?
Cool.
So, but I usually start to get married to certain build-outs. So that's where my problem is, and I call it a problem because it limits me to enjoy different types of play styles, right? So
Sure.
if I could, like for example, right, if I commit to being like a DPS, right, I'm gonna go DPS, and it's gonna be hard for me to break away from that. But that's something that's something I'm working on, I should say.
All right. Oh, this area, actually there's a talking point here.
Okay.
I don't know how I didn't catch this sooner, but all of these enemies here, they are level 3s and level 4s.
Ooh.
And you are a whopping level 8.
Oh.
So there's two things. The first thing is that if you die here, then everybody should laugh hysterically.
Yes, everyone should laugh hysterically.
But the second thing is that you're not actually gaining any experience
Really?
from fighting these enemies. Yeah. So when you are 3 or more levels different from your opponents, you don't gain experience from them.
Oh,
If you want to continue gaining experience, then you do have to continue exploring locations or complete jobs and side missions in order to earn that. There are also key intervals in the story that will up the ante. It will fortify the position of enemies throughout certain sectors. In fact, you're really close to one of those. But until you reach that point, the enemies in a lot of these areas around Cedo that you're going to are going to be heavily underleveled.
Okay.
So
let's get through the story progression, is what you're saying.
maybe just like literally like 2 more things. And
Yeah. Okay.
it'll be a nice talking point, nice follow-up.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get through this. And That way we can continue the story, because I need to level.
Yes.
I need XP.
You're at a pretty good level for where you're at with the story.
Okay.
You just can't earn any more from these particular individuals, right? So,
Right.
That's all.
Looks like I've got company.
Oh, that was fun. Woo. I like that laser.
Lasers are always fun. Like it does it, you know, any sci-fi game that gives you a laser, it's just fun.
Yep.
Lasers are fun.
Let's see here. If I can find. Oh yeah. Come here.
I was just asked how it feels for me to be back. How to work call. Okay. Yeah. No. It feels great. You know, it kind of stunk that I wasn't able to make things work out last week. But yeah, no, I love hanging out with Vigo. Like this is awesome. This is a really good time.
You know,
I'm glad to be here. We'll be here next week as well. It'll be wonderful.
Yep.
So.
How can burning something with a bright light not be fun? I agree.
Right? Oh my gosh. Truth.
All right. Let's see here. Where am I going? Where am I missing?
I think you've completed everything here. I mean, I see one container on your radar. If you wanted to go pick up that little gray speck, but other than that, everything here's been taken care of.
Oh wow. Well, that was boom. Let's go get that, and let's continue the story. Whoa! Overshot it.
Easy there.
All right,
It's kind of funny though. We do have physics bound to the containers, so if you would have ran into it, you would have just launched that container. And thankfully, there's also not a real-world application of what would have happened if a container that size had to hit your spacecraft, because, as you probably know, it wouldn't turn out so well, even with the concept of shields, in fact. But I digress.
All right, Hive. Let's hope your new
and that's why
wavelength does the
deflectors
trick.
are so important in space.
And it's also why video games are fun.
All right, let's. Where you go? There we go. Let's go back in that.
Has the radar been jammed?
Yeah, going with some Mel Brooks there. All right.
There's only one man who would give me the raspberry.
Lone Star.
Bingo. Hey guys, I have access and I'm going through.
Okay. Watch your back over there.
Yeah, we had a bug in the game. Actually, it's been a while now. It's like a couple months back. But we had an issue with Superlight, and it was way too bright. There was something, I can't remember what it was specifically, and maybe it was like a one-time shoot. I'd have to like go back and look. Anyway, the point is we had this moment where we went to Superlight, and then it went way too bright, and we were just like, we've gone to plan.
Yeah.
This is fun dialogue.
I actually.
Hive, are you coming back to me?
Vater, wait. Clone. Another bloody clone.
Yeah. Nice to have you back too.
I am eternally damned.
Okay, I get it. How are you handling your processes?
The Eterna update is taking most of my power.
Wait, don't do that. Override update.
I love it. Hi, Vibrant. Good to see you. And yes,
Back to normal
when will now
processes.
be now?
Can I ask why you do not wish for the update?
We can't have the colonial authorities knowing where I am right now, Hive. Best keep disconnected.
We have arrived in the Union system.
That's right. And it looks like I might have some immediate problems to
If
take
you
care
aren't
of.
quoting Spaceballs in the office, are you even making a space
Aware
game?
that this system was released by Walker?
That's brilliant.
Not until now.
So long as you don't cause any trouble, they should pay you no heed.
This is why I need you around, Hive. I might have made defensive maneuvers.
All right. Let's do this. Woohoo.
I noticed that the
Remind me,
craft you are
Vigo,
piloting
did
is
you
not
end up
real.
playing
Don't
Everspace
tell
1?
me.
No. I actually never did.
Listen, I've not
Okay.
turned outlaw,
All right.
but I'm also
Yeah,
still
so,
at odds with
slight
Process that,
spoilery-ish,
right?
but the Hive is an
Certificate from our
integral
staff. It
character
is possible for
to
us
Everspace
continue
1.
on prior to
And
the
so
purely
for a
private
lot of our
AI
fan
basis.
base, actually,
My
getting up to
protocols
this
will
part where the
allow
Hive
this.
is joining
And
you
what is our
was
current
incredibly
destination,
exciting.
if I
In
may
fact, there was a
ask?
time during
Prescott
early access
Starbase.
where a big
That
question that
cursed
was
daily
asked
flight
was, is the
sincerity.
Hive going to return
And
in the
you tell
game?
me you're
Oh,
not an outlaw?
really?
Yeah, we got it a
Requiring
lot.
me to
And so
initiate
one of the
self-destruct.
first
5,
trailers that we had, one of the
3,
first update trailers, I
There is no
believe,
self-destruct.
we tossed in
Wishful
a
thinking.
line from Hive, and everyone was like losing their crap because they were like, "He's back!" It was
Oh, I'm getting pings.
Yep. There's lots of
Operator.
pings, lots of things in this particular area. Actually, Union. Oh man.
Oof.
So, Cedo was the introduction system to Everspace 2. Union is the system where you have things to do, things
Huh.
to find, things to complete. Oh
Good.
yes. Oh yes.
Good exploration. Ooh, a union signal decoder. All right. I'm feeling like, I don't know. I'm feeling like there's, a little overwhelmed, I guess. Like, just like, not overwhelmed. That's not the right word, but it just feels like there's going to be a lot to do. Yeah.
Yeah. The first area, like this first area, the gate
Ow.
location of Union. It's large. There's lots of things. There's the Okar. There's a couple of new sort of little, it can feel a bit like, yeah, okay, there's things to do now. Yeah, and when you open your map and you look at where you can go, it's gonna just keep piling on. So
Nice.
It's gonna
Nice. Fire everything! Laser! Alright. Okay, so I've got another thing here.
Man, watching you do the mining, I just have to say, like, we originally had the mining in Everspace 2, and it was placeholder, but
Uh-huh.
still, we initially had it to where there was just like a single crystal, and you just shot the single crystal, and it would start coming off in little bitty chunks, and then you would get everything. I am so glad we changed this to this. This is so much more satisfying.
It is.
It's,
No, it is, yeah.
It's like that, it feels almost like it's tactile, it's crunchy, right? And you're just like, I get to, carve this out and I get this stuff. Is it realistic? No.
No.
Does it feel good?
Yes.
We are so pleasantly surprised by the output of the resources. It's nice. It makes me happy.
Ding. Ding.
How is controller support on this? Yes. That's the answer.
Yes. That's the entire answer. Oh, wait, hold on. There's the battery. Oh, which means I found where that goes. So the heat dispenser, or the heat sphere dispenser, I assume will go into the battery. Yes, I know, I hear you, Ding. Whoa. That wasn't my fault this time. I didn't steal the luggage yet.
Even in the future, Amazon has problems with drone deliveries, okay? Like, come on.
All right, let's get over here. Come on, let's make it. I make it, I can make it. Alright, shoot! No! Ah! Oh, wait.
It was a good attempt. It's a good attempt.
Wait, hold on.
For what it's worth.
That I did that wrong. Oh, there's a dispenser. And then this is generator. Oh, okay. And then battery. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, wait. Can't go through.
See the cogs turning, everybody?
Yes.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
The hamsters are working. They're working very hard, but they're working.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I'm gonna be more descriptive with the controller support because I feel like I made a joke there, but I'm not sure if it was being received positively. So let
there you
me be a little more direct. Yes, we have full controller support. The game is actually coming out this summer for consoles. So like, and we have console players on the team, like devout console players, like they'd rather play games on console than PC style of players. So yeah, like we had to make sure at the top level of delivering quality and precise controls for a 6 Degrees of Freedom style gameplay. And that transcended not only mouse and keyboard, but also controller support. In addition to that, yes, we also have HOTAS and HOSAS support, for those wondering. Lots of different ways that you can combine and even customize multiple input opportunities. In fact, the way that I play the game is kind of a combination of mouse, keyboard, and controller to a degree. So yeah, there's lots of different things that you can do with that. So full controller support.
So
Keyboard and mouse rules the house. I also see in the chat too, and I mean, I play with mouse keyboard. Vigo's playing with mouse keyboard here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the team plays with mouse and keyboard. So just do want to affirm you in that. Like if you're a mouse and keyboard player, it's going to feel right at home. But also, if you are a devout controller player, it's going to feel rather fluid as well. It just depends on what you're used to and how you play your games. We made sure that no matter where you're coming from, it's going to be accessible. Okay, Vigo, take the floor.
There. Yes. What? What? Yes. Yes, I am totally playing on a mouse and a keyboard. And I'm sorry, I was looking at the pings. Wait.
Yeah, it's all good.
Ping. Oh, there. Ping. 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 Okay. 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 Wait, why does it sound like I'm further away? Come on. Oh, I see glowing things.
Great.
I'm going on a scavenger hunt.
That's yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, that's a big part of how we designed Everspace too. Is like we wanted these large, handcrafted environments that you can kind of get lost in. And if you find something that kind of intrigues you, you go check it out. And in the process of going and checking that out, maybe there's something else that catches your attention. I think this is a really good time to mention you can actually drop markers wherever you're at, should you desire to like revisit that or kind of like explore it further. I can't remember what the button is bound by default, but I know if you go to the map, you can, there's like a add marker on the, hang on, let me just look this up. I have it bound to my mouse 5, which is why this is sounding so funny, probably. And everyone's like, what's he talking about? Hang on a second, let me just.
Yeah. Numpad plus. Okay.
I think it is numpad plus. I think that's right.
All right.
I think that is right.
I see.
Should drop a little marker. So does that do anything when you hit numpad plus?
Let me see. Yep, there it is.
Cool. And you can save up to 3 of those. So, and it's 3 per location. So when I'm talking about these large handcrafted environments, like if you're getting that ping and you're getting close, but you're like, I don't know where it is, but I've explored this area, you could drop your ping, leave, and then when you come back, you know that that's where you need to pick things back up. So you go to your ping spot,
right.
You go through your mark spot, and you keep going. And if you want to remove any of those, you just point at them and then you hold the F button, I believe. Oh my gosh, T3 cube. Wow, Dev doesn't know their own game. Shame. I know. I don't have every single thing in the game memorized all the time. Shame on me.
How dare you?
It's almost like I didn't make the whole game by myself. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm willing to admit that I didn't, and we're gonna be okay with it.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll make it through together.
I appreciate the moral support because I'm
Yeah,
really
no.
broken about this.
No, no,
so,
no.
yeah.
We got to do it together. Like, if you want, I can start a support group. Like, I've got a bunch of people that can join, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people in chat that would join the support group. You know,
Oh my gosh, yes, of course.
I can go further if you'd like.
It's huge outpouring. Oh my gosh.
It's a
This is
deep,
ridiculous.
deep sarcasm here. I mean, come on.
Woo.
All right. Okay. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure. Okay, let me refocus myself. All right. Prescott Starbase. Let me just. Why do I feel like? Okay, let me just go to Prescott Starbase. Let me do that.
Sure.
What?
Oh,
Really?
I missed the comment from Nret1 says depends on if people have numpad plus. I feel like most most keyboards these days have the what was it called? Is it called function? I think it's the function button, which allows you to effectively you have a macro for the keypad buttons. If I'm thinking about this correctly. I haven't had one on keyboard like that in a long time, but it's to my understanding that basically everyone has at least a simulated numpad.
Hive, what's that
Maybe I'm
GMB
wrong.
general
Maybe
broadcast
keyboards are made
about?
differently
It
these
is to
days.
alert everyone that enemy
Oh.
forces have grown stronger in the Ceto system.
So the outlaws armed up? Does that mean G&B will too?
Level increase.
Yes. You will have to account for this when traversing the Ceto system in future.
That's awesome. So hold on a second. So before I was over leveled, I went to this new area, continued the story, and now Ceto is leveling up with me. That I love that way, playing the mechanic that way. I love that.
Yeah, as you're progressing through the story and you're building yourself up and you've left Ceto, all the Ceto outlaws are like, is that guy gone? Is he gone? Is he screwing us up? All right, let's build up our ranks. Get the wrenches out. Let's fine tune the ships. Come on, Jeff over there. Come on, get the base turrets up and running again. Do that. Yeah,
that is awesome.
They're not scrounging around. So if you go back to Ceto, they're gonna have buffed up. So you're not gonna be encountering level 3s and 4s anymore. They're actually gonna be experience gaining level 8s and maybe even level 9s with where you're at. And then once you reach another threshold, they'll stop leveling up, and you can start bullying them again until you reach another part of the story, in which case things will shift around and change again. So
I love that. That's crazy. I love the way that okay, cool. Because like I mean a lot of like older games, right? Like you can be overpowered permanently, right?
Yes. Yeah. We wanted to avoid that. There was I think it was Marco who said that we didn't want the player to have the ability to face off against like a level 1 enemy when you're level 30, because there's the power fantasy in that, right. You know, you want to feel like you're just so completely broken. We get that, and we have the ability to do that through certain combinations and items and perks and all that type of stuff. However, as far as the level of your opponents, we feel like the level is more of an indicative of like the skill of a pilot, if you will, and the quality of the ship. And as you're going through the game, all of these forces alongside you who are also building up your ship and your equipment and your character, like we want it to go more or less kind of in a parallel direction, right? And that's why we've adjusted this and made it to where, oh gosh, yikes. Ouch pain. Ouch pain. But that's why we've made it to where there's this symbolistic form of progression along your journey that says, hey, you've been making great progress, now it's time for the enemies to. That keeps things fresh, original, and also puts more value into the locations that you would previously visit. Imagine that.
Hold on, let me... Yes, this is a shield. But wait a minute. Woo! You know what? Overdrive!
There it is. Oh my gosh. I like how you did that after ramming into the guys. It's a good use, though. It's a good use of the G button. Unfortunately, I think they didn't survive.
Oh. All right.
Oh, no, you attacked.
I am registering Bloodstar signatures.
Yeah, I guess
in
so.
the vicinity.
I think your alt maybe accidentally attacked them.
Yeah.
My guess is that the enemy was looping around them, and so your alt was trying to hit them, and you crossed the beams. All right.
Yes, I crossed the beams. Woo! All right, well, we're gonna make it happen.
Oops, all enemies.
Yeah! Woo!
Kurosawa, no, you did not miss me miming. We had the audio on the whole time.
Yeah, we did. Bloodstar.
Oh my gosh, I missed a question from Shiro Megumin. I'm probably butchering that, but does the loot increase with enemy level increase? Yes. So based on where you are at, what level you are, and what level the enemy is, loot will drop within the range between, normally veering towards either the enemy's level or your level, whichever one's higher. So if you're fighting against lower level enemies, the loot's still going to drop sort of closer to your level, but could be down to theirs. But if they're higher level than you, then the loot's going to drop more veered towards what level they were, but it could be also slowly down to where you're at. So generally speaking, if you are going in for higher risk because they're higher levels, you will find higher rewards because it's higher loot.
I have to make room. All right. But I have, okay, so I can't equip this yet because I'm not level 10. Womp womp.
Correct, but maybe there's something you could do to it that allows you to use it anyway.
Ooh, that's a hint if I ever heard one. All right, hamsters, work hard. Let's see.
There's a lot of loot that dropped out here, though. This is nice.
Yeah. Modify. Bam. Denied. Okay.
Oh, you have to hold the R button.
Oh, I do. Oh, cause.
Yeah, hold R. Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right. So, remove level restrict. Ooh, yes, please. Oh, that's such a cool feature.
These systems are directly bound to what you are putting into it. That sounds kind of weird. Let me say that again. Crafting as a whole, in order to gain stuff to do modifying with, you have to break stuff down. If you have not been breaking stuff down and you've just been selling it to profit, okay, but you don't have the ability to modify nearly as much stuff.
Right.
If you have been breaking stuff down, then you have more ability to modify new equipment that you find. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. The more you put into the crafting system, the more you kind of get out of it. And the less that you put into it, the less you're going to get out of it. At the same time, if you want to completely ignore the crafting system, technically you could, because you could just get a bunch of credits and then buy specific stuff from stores, right? So it just kind of depends on how you want to play. But all in all, the crafting system is there in order to supplement the player's growth through their adventure so that they're not hanging on to, say, a level 3 uncommon thruster
Right.
Vigo. So,
Wait, what? Fine. Let me do something with it. All right. Jeez. Well, let's see what I can do. Modify. What? No, gotta hold it. Okay, cool. So increase level, which I could totally do. Yes, please. Yay. Which also, like at the very beginning when I started like dismantling items and you said, no, that's good, it's gonna serve you later. And
yes, yep, I did mention that.
Yeah. And if I... That's awesome. Okay, cool. And then... Booster. It says it's...
So you did increase the level by 1. So now it's a level 4. There is a restriction though. You can only level up an item once.
One at a time. Got it.
Yeah. So if you want a higher level booster, you're just either going to need to straight up craft it or find it.
Right.
It's more ideal to find loot. It's just going to inherently be better. However, again, like if you're in a space where it's like your item is 4 levels lower than what you want it to be, you can in fact, craft something that's going to give you that added boost that you need for the time being until you find something or get the tools you need to modify it to something better, right?
Oh, wait. I guess this doesn't let me do it now because it's level 11 and I got another upgrade. Ha ha ha. I got 2 of these. But this one's better. Well, let me go ahead and dismantle.
Yeah, you could dismantle both of those. Higher level stuff also sells for more too. So, but yeah, I mean, it's however you. There's so many different routes that you can go with the management of equipment. Like, come on, like it's a video game. You've all been there. It's like, do I want to sell this? Do I want to trade this? Do I want to dismantle it? Do I want to? Like so much.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna make some room here because I need it. There was a question like, can you expand the storage on the ship?
The cargo unit is the direct item that adjusts the number of slots, but also higher tier ships have more cargo slots as well.
Got it. And then quiz, am I supposed to actually watch him ruin the game for me before I get it? How am I ruining the game for you?
Perspective, it's fine. It's a valid perspective. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Oh no, of course, but
it's not how I would look at it, but it's fine. Whenever I'm for me, like whenever I'm watching streams of games that I'm curious about, the reason I'm in the stream is to, satisfy the curiosity if it's going to interest me or not, right? It's all good. It's all good.
Right.
No, I don't really consider it ruining, but I mean, I could definitely see Third Light. I can understand like your perspective of if it's revealing spoiler territory in particular.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah.
But yeah, the good news for you is that our game has at least a 30 to 40 hour playtime experience from most individuals for just completing the story alone. But to try and 100% complete the game, on average, it's about a 90 to 100 hour experience to do that. Obviously, there's exceptions to that. So if somebody were to like come in and be like, I beat the game in 5 hours. Well, yeah, congratulations. You were playing on very easy and you just like chunked through the story. But like still, the main point is you're probably not going to see a bunch of spoilers of just a 2-hour stream here.
Right.
Since there's so much other stuff that would be at your hands. So yeah. But also use this stream to ask questions too, because I'm on the development team. And Vigo's hilarious, so it's good.
DD King is right. Like the shinies do not allow me to like to really go through a lot of the story.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so much to do. There is so much to do. It's really enjoyable.
Person's like, Vigo, I need you to save my dog. It's a time-limited operation. Please help. And you're like, okay. You start going in that direction. Like, oh, there's an unknown signal. Let me go see that. Oh, there's some resources over there. Oh my goodness. When did that lady do this? Oh, that was 17 hours ago. I'm sure it's fine. Let me go check. You get there and like,
I am the very definition of squirrel.
You get back to her and you're like, well, I took care of everything and here's everything that I discovered. And she's like, it's been 57 years.
It's been 57 years. Boom.
Also, generally speaking, I don't think piracy is, a morally acceptable output in general for this style of game. except for the fact that right now, based on your level and your position, that's a really good play. So I commend you for extracting the various goods that G&B has.
Well, let's
For
be
your own
honest, it was
benefit.
more an accident than anything else.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes accidents can be profitable.
I know, DD King, right? Like, I see all these big ships and I'm, destroy. All right, let's get out of here.
I mean, if the ship wasn't supposed to be destroyed, I'm sure it would have had plot armor, so yeah. It's fine.
There you go. Woohoo! Remember to add the evil laugh at the end. Yes. There.
You've been working on that, haven't you? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, most of my life, yeah. But, you know, that's a story for another time. It's...
Good. Excellent. How's working on the minions? Do you have very many? Like a small pocket henchmen?
Henchmen!
You gotta, because the henchmen guild, I mean, they're kind of struggling lately, but.
Or maybe it should be more like hench people.
Wow.
MZ, repurposed by freelancers as part of the concession.
Ooh. I was watching somebody stream, and I can't remember who, but I saw this cutscene on their
This
stream.
place is huge.
It is comparable to a mid-sized shopping mall on the homeworlds. It appears to have gained a veneer of legitimacy.
Hey, Shio knows. Hey, Shio knows. Unknown signals shall henceforth be known as squirrels. And I'll do that now.
Might as well.
I'll do that next time, Barefoot. Barefoot Monkey. I love all these like names people come up
I
with.
need to find this Maddox guy, and I need to be subtle about it.
Usernames
All
make
I
me
know is that
happy.
he's
I
here,
know.
and he's expecting Dax
It's
at
so
a
good.
rendezvous
There, and
point.
I think the reason why I like usernames so much is because there is a story behind every single one.
Right.
Because if somebody has a username and they're like, oh yeah, there's no story behind it, just like randomly chose it. No, you're a liar. There is
Yeah.
a story behind
Yeah.
why you specifically got that username, why you
Yep.
chose it, even if it's like Rando Ranger XX 69420. I don't. There's a story. There's a story.
Well. And actually, there is a story behind Vigo too. So it's
There you
not
go.
just like Ghostbusters. It is related to Ghostbusters, but it's not just because of Ghostbusters.
Good.
Let me.
So who do we have here? A custom combat vessel.
My brother
eyes
programmed
of
me a
a
name
hunter,
generator, and I had to try it.
Smell
Gosh.
of a Byron Podhorn during spring season.
Imagine if like that's how parents named their kids.
Name generator.
It's just like name generator. Push button. All right, your name is Shaniqua Fonda. There you go. Good luck in life.
Outlaws just ambushed some traveling merchants. You know where they're
Vigo the
hiding?
Next
Carpathian,
Go in
because I
with those
destroy
guns.
and share
They'll see us
hairstyle.
coming white sex alive.
All right, consider it done.
Good. You find them in a bunch
Wow.
of caves in Smuggler's Wheel. Here are the coordinates.
That's great. My name is Shaniqua Fonda. How rude.
How rude. Oh, shoot. All right, so I'm not getting enough money from this. What are you doing? Ooh, I got an energy core too. That I need to use that. And then another plating. Bro, they really want to give me these platings. All
Okay,
right.
so I need you to invoke your inner shiny, and I want you to look at your inventory right now and just be curious, please.
I am
please.
curious. I'm curious. Yes.
Yes, shinies.
I see this shiny. I see
God,
this
do the thing that's like literally shiny.
Yeah, those are the things that are literally
Oh, let's
shiny.
see, I'm dying inside right now. Yes, you gotta do the thing.
Ah, too much pressure. Ah! All right, I want to modify this though. No,
Of course you
Who are
want to. Oh.
no. Oh, look, there's a gun. I dismantle you.
Oh, goodness gravy. It's still doing it, guys.
But this is shiny. This is shiny. Why is nothing else shiny?
It basically looks like this. Is my guess. It's doing this, and you're.
But this thing, no? Am I wrong?
Yes, please combine it, please. I'm dying inside. Take care of it. Oh.
It says combine. Yes, I will combine. There we go. Combine.
Oh. So guys, this is a perfect segue into the mainframe expansion. What is it, you asked? Well, boy golly, am I here to tell you what. Whatever you get. Oh gosh. Whenever you get 3 mainframe overrides, or components, excuse me, we got 3 mainframe components. You can combine them into a mainframe expansion. And what that allows you to do, in the upper right, you can see there where there's attributes, and there's that the gold glowing sort of like pulsating mainframe expansions 2. It means that our friend Vigo here has 2 points to spend into his attributes. You get 1 every time you combine 3 mainframe components into a mainframe expansion, which means he's had 1 just randomly sitting on his ship that hasn't been in use, and that's totally fine. So he can invest in any of these attributes to increase it by an additional 5%. As you go into the higher tiers, you're going to need more mainframe expansions to do so. As he's chosen firepower, which is a great example, thank you for choosing that, he had to spend both of those mainframe expansions for tier 2. For tier 3, he would need 3. For tier 4, he would need 4. That's right. Good job, everyone. Very good. Or the Explorer would be proud, probably. And it just keeps going up like that. Or you can invest in all the different attributes, because the first tier, of course, is only 1. So you can spread them out if you want, or you can just like full body karate go into 1 specific attribute. And again, it's 5% for each tier. There are 5 tiers, I believe, if I'm not going crazy. So that means you can get up to a 25% bonus, straight bonus to that attribute should you have collected all of those mainframe components from various location challenges and side missions and exploring and all of that fun stuff. Cool. All right.
The more you know.
Done. So yeah, there we go. And it also opens up an inventory slot for your exploration goodness and collecting nonsense.
Nonsense. All right, got some perks here. Autonomous cargo dispatcher. While in space, sends excess cargo to your home base. Made possible by self-propelled. Ooh, kind of like that. Can I invest in it? I can. I'm going to.
Oh, this is startup delays. Did you mean to choose startup delays, or did you mean to choose the autonomous?
I meant to choose the other one, so I guess I'm going startup delays.
Yeah, it's fine. Actually, this is really good too. So, yeah, so the startup delays is generally 25-second delay. So what that means for anybody wondering, whenever you put a consumable slot or a consumable into a consumable slot when you're out in space,
right,
you have to wait 25 seconds before you can actually use it. By upgrading this perk, now you only have to wait 20 seconds. If you get the next one, it removes the startup delay when you're not in combat. Combat is registered whenever you're a certain distance from an opponent, and you can tell when you're in combat by the red lines up at the top and bottom of the active viewport when you are out playing the game. If those are not red, you're not in combat, which means the startup delay would be entirely canceled out. You could freely swap stuff in and out so long as you're out of combat with no delay penalties whatsoever.
Ooh, and I can claim this reward that I haven't done.
Oh, yes. Gives you a sweet decal, too.
Nice. Gimme. Oh, almost there, too.
And I do also want to mention to Ford Cross. They asked, so I saw salvaging in combat, but is there some trading or other gameplay that is less combat focused? Yes, but do keep in mind that the focal point of the game truly does revolve around the looting and shooting. It's the combat experience through and through. That said, there are, actually, I think Vigo actually has some in his inventory right now. There are commodities, and commodities have different sell value. Yes, there we go. Lots of various ones there. And depending on where you're at, what system you're in, what station you're at, they're going to sell for more or less. So you can optimize trade routes and make a pretty good amount of credits too. We've been rather thrilled in our community who's found the most optimal trade routes to be like, you can do this early and make thousands of credits. And it's very applicable so long as you take the time and attention to do those things. So absolutely, you can do that. But yeah, again, the focal point though does lie in, you know, the combat side of things. We're not trying to make a space trucker simulator here. We want there to be looty and the shooty.
It's not that I'm hoarding things, it's that I want to sell them for more. Ramenistas?
Yeah. Oh, and Forward Cross, that's exactly why we implemented it, is to break that up so that if the player wants to do something else, they certainly can. So that's like, yeah, I'm glad that lines up.
I'd like one ramen with an extra side of information.
You're new here, ain't you?
How could you tell?
Only a rube would be making such an amateur move. You don't go asking questions on Prescott without getting questions asked about you.
Look, I'm trying to find a guy called Maddox.
I never heard of him. And I don't divulge client details. Now, unless you're ordering something, I suggest you op it.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool. Well, hold on. Maybe he wants to... Nah, he won't pay me a lot. Okay, fine.
I get the feeling that wasn't the place.
I would like 3 ramens, please.
Like 3 ramens, yes.
I love how it's actually applicable, but just that's what I do the next time I go to the grocery store.
So there's 3 ramens.
Go to the cashier. I'd like 3 ramens, please. Just,
Ah.
Yeah,
Try
for
here.
Cross, I think we definitely took a lot of inspiration from Freelancer, but we were not trying to be a new version of Freelancer. Like, we're very much our own game. And I think in general, most sci-fi developers have that same mentality. We don't want to recreate Freelancer. Like, Freelancer established a lot of really cool norms and presented some really cool ideas. But yeah, like, we want to do our own thing. We want to put emphasis in our own particular directions. And you can very much see that in Everspace too, I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
All right, let's go search for more information.
Ramen at G&B every day. I hated it.
should have asked for Romulans. Like,
Yeah.
The favorability of ramen noodles
we're getting all the sci-fis mixed up, guys. Oh my god.
Transportation and the longevity of the freeze-dried ingredients, necessitating only boiled H2O and a dash
Re-space.
of toppings to activate. And
Gosh.
Okay, I've...
Yeah, we also took a lot of inspiration from Descent.
Ow.
A lot of the games that Everspace 2 is inspired by the way, just because we're kind of on the topic, a lot of them come from earlier renditions of sci-fi gaming, actually. So a lot of the base games before they were like space sims, they were actually just space shooters. That was a lot of where our inspiration came from.
Honestly, I can't stand this stuff.
So, man, I could rattle off a lot. I'm like talking over characters.
I just saw this place called the Blue Oyster Noodles, and all I can think of is Don't Fear the Reaper now.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a real mystery to me. I was just discussing it with my AI.
I'm a dumplings guy myself. Anyway, what can I do you for?
See, now after I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna play that song.
Maddox.
Oh, you're looking for
As
Maddox,
you
are
should.
Huh.
I've come quite a long way to find him.
Well, I can't help you with that, but since you're a valued customer, I can lead you to someone who can. You should meet a guy called Daryl. He usually hangs out at the casino. And I'll let him know you're coming.
Much obliged.
Yeah, see you around.
See you around.
So, Eek the Real Angry Snail, is there an inspiration media list available? Basically, it's me. I am the media list. I could tell you all of the inspiration. It's a rather expansive list. But just to kind of like keep things in a generally speaking sort of deliverable, it comes from, Wing Commander, Elite, the original Elite, Privateer, Descent,
Looking for a guy named Daryl?
you know, your Free Space series as well. You know, you have X-Wing, TIE Fighter, Star Fox.
Is he here?
You have, I mean, shoot, Destiny and Diablo were also inspirations, more for the side of, you know, itemization, but still.
Okay. I'm a friend of his
Because
former
the
colleague.
list just goes on and on. Like, I mean, we already talked about Freelancer as well. It's a wild list. But it doesn't also just stem from video games, which all of those that were just listed are. It also comes from like
wasn't looking for trouble.
other forms of media, like books, like novels, like TV series and movies, and oh my gosh, like it goes on and on. We were having fun with Spaceballs earlier. We could also talk about Firefly. We could talk about you know, Star Wars and Star Trek, obviously. We could go into rather expansive conversations about even, oh my gosh, Blade Runner. We could talk about.
I see the Blade Runner. Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about
I can assure you
The
I
Day
have
After
no ill
Tomorrow.
intent.
We could
Just
talk
wanna talk to
about.
him. We don't know you.
It just keeps going and going and going. There's lots of elements that we drew either some or a lot of inspiration from in order to create this cohesive whole of a gameplay experience. Yeah.
You know, I saw a question on here of like, you know, having said that, did anyone on the dev team have parents growing up who criticized gaming because they didn't see its future career potential? But that made me think of like, kind of like, yes, that question in particular, but also like a follow-up of like, for you, Eric, what was like your like the game that really hooked you growing up, that just like drove you?
That is such a beautiful question, and it correlates directly with Everspace 2, and I never would have thought that in my entire life that would be my entry point into the gaming industry either. But when I was 10 years old, I played a little game called Star Fox, and I devoured that game. I like fully ingested it, and then I completely broke it apart. I tore it apart as a 10-year-old and figured out, why does this work the way it does? How is this aspect of this game fun? What is the draw here? Why does this work? In like, I still remember, like, in freaking middle school conversations, I was the kid, like, everyone would be like, oh yeah, what did you do this weekend? Or like, oh yeah, what are you playing? Like, oh yeah, I'm playing this game because it's fun. And I was the kid who was like, but why is it fun? Why is it fun? And no one would answer. They're like, I don't know, it's just fun. I had the drive to figure out why. And it did start with Star Fox 64 specifically. I did end up going back and playing the original Star Fox on Super Nintendo, but Star Fox 64, I should be more clear, is where I started from in my adventures into game design consultation and just analysis in general. And yeah, from that point, I was just a huge freaking nerd about gaming until this title called Everspace was being a Kickstarter, and I splurged on it because it was like, it had a bunch of these attributes that I loved but thought it could do a little bit better, and I wanted to support that process. Added a bunch of feedback, and they hired me on the team, and the rest is gravy, baby.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. I want to say, like, what the game that got me into RPGs, so this is gonna date me, right? So I actually was an original subscriber to Nintendo Power. So I actually still have issue number 1, right? Like, I have issue number 1, number 2, pretty decent condition. But there was a deal at one point where if you subscribed for, I want to say 2 or 3 years, you got Dragon Quest for free, right? The original Dragon Quest. And so I was like, Dad, I want to use my allowance for this. And I did, and I got Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest immersed me so much that I was forever hooked.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Give me those credits.
Well executed.
Mild, honest bonsai. I'm now picturing a young Eric grilling people asking, why is the game fun with the giant spotlight shining on the I had such an interesting childhood in so many wonderful ways. But yeah, like I wanted to break open games in general. So I also played a lot of sports, for example, like huge tennis and football fan. And when I say football, I'm talking about soccer. I call it football because you play with your feet, dang it. But yeah, so Yeah, big fan of sports in general, and I love making things work. It's a huge passion of mine, and so whenever you get into the space of gaming, it's imperative for me to have an experience that's pulled out of it. So when we're working on Everspace 2, for example, when we say, oh, we want to add this item, the question is why? Why do we want to add this item? What value does that add to the player's experience? Because if it's not adding value, then why? There's no purpose, right? There's no, like, there has to be a reason. Even if that reason is to counterbalance what this other thing offers, like, there has to be something of value and why we would pursue that. So, yeah, so that's a big element of my life, and just wanting to make things work, and why I do what I do, and how we've, looked at Everspace 2 in the process of development, and how I think a lot of developers end up doing theirs as well. At least I certainly hope. It's just asking those questions. With everything added, there needs to be purpose.
Huh.
And yeah, I also saw a bit of lag there too. I saw like a lag spike.
There was a lag spike? Oh no. Last will and testament. Whoever finds my body, be a sport and plunder this ship senseless. Maybe you'll find more joy in the content of these barrels than the rest of the universe ever did. And if not, just try selling the stuff to my ex-wife. Now that would be a laugh. Here's to you, Marie. Blessed be thy infinite wisdom, Bram de Wint. Is there a story behind this? You're not saying anything. Okay, cool.
It is difficult to say. Even my chemical sensors refuse to go near the concoction.
The letter was written by a Bram de Wint and addressed to a woman called Marie. Marie de Wint. That's the name of the trader running the Flying Duchess.
Given the limited range of human names and combinations, this may very well be a coincidence.
I do want to point out a chat point of T3 Cube. He said, also listening to the community feedback is so important. Just look at AAA titles these days. Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy to draw comparisons of like when a company's listening to their community or their consumers, right? Like, and it's not just games, like it's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
If a company's listening, you can tell. If they're not listening, you can tell.
You can tell.
And so, like, for us, like, especially when the original Everspace was being created, yeah, I mean, it was apparent to me that Rockfish, because I wasn't on the team yet, it was apparent to me that Rockfish was doing a great job of listening to the feedback, and that was such a huge draw for me to want to join the team, strictly speaking. So good. Yeah, because it is imperative. You're absolutely right, T3 Cube. You're absolutely right. I would not be on this team if we didn't listen to our community. It would literally be pointless. So let's do early access and not listen to any of the feedback during it. Oh my gosh, really? That would be awful. So it's important, of course, to have a vision in mind whenever a game is being created, right? But still, like, there needs to be some degree of openness to make things work. So
yeah.
Look at me sharing all these stories.
Mines. I love these mines.
Yeah, it's a very pretty location. I do see, it's not like crazy bad. Every now and then I am seeing like a frame skip. So I'm gonna be mindful of that, and if something crazy happens, I'll let you know, Vigo.
Yeah, let me know, because like it's perfectly smooth for me. I'm not seeing any.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. That's weird. I mean, maybe it's my internet, but I did reset my router and everything before stream, so. And I have.
It might have just. Yeah, it might have just been like a little chonky load segment. It can happen sometimes with the game. So certain locations can make your computer sweat a little, and I think that entering into this location is one of those points. So
really?
No worries.
No,
no worries.
Yeah, no, but it's completely legit. It's completely smooth. I have a 4090 too. I'm pushing. So
glad to. Oh my gosh. Whew. That's beast.
Yeah, I know. Like this is. I have it in full blast settings and
good to hear. Yeah.
Playing it on the 34-inch QD OLED, which by the way is, I know, folks, I know I'm biased. The QD OLED 34-inch Alienware monitor is the best monitor I have ever had. And like monitors are one of those upgrades that you get the most out of your money out of. Like, I remember the first time I saw this QD OLED, I was like, I must have one. I must have it. And every time my friends come over and they look at the QD OLED, I'm like, yeah, the blacks are like the most beautiful blacks you'll ever see.
I never have to leave the comforts of the craft.
Even still, Hive, stay put.
Yes, okay, so just a reminder, folks, with the giveaways. So the giveaways, cutscene, I'm going to give away 1 of 5 Steam codes for this brilliant game, Everspace 2. And the giveaway will be towards the end of the stream. You must be following the channel and you must be present to win. I'm going to ask you a very simple question and I need you to answer it just to make sure you're not a bot.
Odd place for a package collection.
Hey, dude, it's you!
What the?
Did you say yours was 34 inch?
What
34 inch.
Me,
yes.
Alec.
34 inch.
What brings you here? Come to
I'm trying to find like the
buddy?
exact one that you're looking at. Did you say yours is curved or no?
Yes, it is.
It's curved? Okay, I think I'm looking at the exact same one.
Yeah, Daryl sent me here to pick up a package. I meant to do air quotes for that last part. Judging from that pile of desiccated corpses over there, this is where he sends anyone he wants out of the way. But fancy seeing you here, just as I thought I was going to croak it. What a coinky-dinks. Oh! I'm glad you got that one.
Now, I could use the points that I'm accruing by watching this Alienware stream to go towards a purchase like that. Couldn't I, Vigo?
Absolutely. You can turn in your ARP points for Dell rewards.
Tell you what, when I get out of here, I'm going to kick that Daryl's ass into his brains.
Smooth transition.
Wait.
Yes, folks, remember to join Alienware Arena too. You get points just for watching this stream.
Buddy down, would ya? I got an itch in a place that needs some serious scratching. Ah, Carlos, I forgot about him.
This is a very cool little like character you introduced here.
There was a rubble
He is a character that was originally introduced in Everspace 1, so he actually knows Adam rather well. Because you've helped him before. Not in a predicament like this necessarily, but still. So they have a history, yeah.
On board my craft.
Be nice, Hive. You should remember Alec.
Yes, I do recollect you associating with this dubious character in one of your earlier iterations. I was rather hoping it was a passing phase.
I love this name! Eek! The real angry snail! Like these names! Like we were talking about before!
Down for some reason.
I could imagine
That's an ugly Yoda.
Let's get out of here.
Gosh. Wow.
Oh, goodness gracious. Inventory. Okay.
So I kind of dug back here because I remember this question was asked and then we kind of like got carried away in other topics.
Yeah.
I started talking about aspects of like where I started with game design consultation, it being a game like this. But Punished Pile had asked, did anyone on the dev team have parents growing up who criticized gaming because they didn't see its future career potential? I don't know if I can answer that to its fullest extent because I don't know those details of every single member on the team. But I do know that even if they had, it wasn't something that was relevant in the form of deciding a career path to them. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. Instead, what we have seen is just that there are, of course, opinions on games and what they can add value to life in general with whatever, okay, like let's have a philosophical chat all of a sudden. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do we want to spend our time in to get enjoyment out of? And for us, it's games. And whenever we're designing our games with that notion in mind, we want to make sure that it's entertaining for others. Like that's why we're pouring our heart and soul into it in order to have you guys extract that level of enjoyment out of it. It's also why earlier I was talking about a strong intentionality to why we're adding certain things into the game. It has to have purpose. There has to be a reason. We're not just throwing it in because it needs to be there or because someone told us to. Like it's more than that. It's so much more than that. So yeah.
So so that's a good question because
is any one of them connected to an exit?
No, I think like my parents were not necessarily like they were never really like dismissive of like my hobbies, right? I was very much into art. In fact, at one point I wanted to be an art psychologist. Fun fact about Vigo. like comic books. I was super into comic books and super into like just general like nerd culture stuff at the time. And my dad was just super supportive in general. My mom was more accepting than anything else. It was just like, okay, well, you know, he's into it. Let's see what happens. Funny though, all my hobbies did eventually lead up to uh, very impactful moments in my life. Like I mentioned that I was a big comic book like fan, or I still am comic book fan, comic book collector, stuff like that. I actually ended up being a partial owner of a comic book store at one point. So like, you know, and that was incredibly successful too. In fact, we sold the store right before COVID, so we got lucky there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah, and then I remember like after I graduated college, I was like I knew about Alienware just being founded in Miami, and I was like I want to apply there, and I was like among the first 50 people that started working at Alienware. So I mean, that's just kind of like my hobbies led to my career path. So don't let anyone tell you, you know, don't follow your dreams. Follow your dreams because you never know where they lead.
I mean, so long as they're laced in reality, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean.
So then, like, follow your dreams so long as they're, like, not so obscure that they're actually impossible. Like, you have to set goals, right? You gotta...
Okay, yes, fair enough, fair enough.
But I only say that because, like, man, I grew up with hearing voices of other parents, not my parents. My parents didn't do this, but like I had friends who had parents who saying like, you can be whatever you want to be and you can do whatever you want to do. And while it's such a strong and beautifully intended message to say, it's just not quite true. Like there's like
you still have to work at it.
There's still work. You still have to work. Like you have to put in the effort, and it has to be grounded in reality, right? Like you can't be like, oh, I want to be a freaking like you know, rocket scientist, right? And like you have like no concept of math. Like there's gonna be a massive struggle there that's going to probably not be to your benefit,
right?
You know, but my goodness, it is good to, you know, push oneself and pursue, but there has to be that level of confidence, right? There has to be that level of pursuance that is integral to the process. You can't just say, oh, I can be whatever I want, therefore I can. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Well, I'll give you a good example of my son. So my son is like, it's interesting because my son is super into bougie things. And
okay, all right.
Let me tell you something. I don't know anything about fashion or bougie stuff. Like I grew up with my family are, you know, obviously they're Cuban and they were immigrants at the time and we grew up poor. And like, you know, to me it was just like, I'm going to fix the pair of shoes or I'm going to dye the pair of pants instead of buy new ones. Right. So I kind of have that mindset, but my son, you know, thankfully, you know, we can, you know, give them opportunities that I didn't have. And yeah, he's like super into bougie things. Now, mind you, I don't buy the bougie things, but he does work and save money, you know, so he can by himself buy the bougie things. And my wife is like, I don't get it. Why is he so into that? He didn't get that from us. And I'm like, listen, we may not understand it, but you never know where life leads you. So if he's into it, let him be into it. Let him like super be into watching all those videos. And who knows, maybe in the future he'll be a fashion designer or something. I don't know. Like, you never know where life leads you. So I'm all about not like, even if I don't understand something, I'm not gonna like diss you or like, you know, negate you. I'm gonna be like, look, if you're passionate, go for it, man. And I'll support you if I can.
I feel like this is knowledge that can only be accrued becoming a parent. Like it's so crazy. Like if you never become a parent, this never becomes apparent. Ha! Puns. But seriously, like seeing, like, but same thing, because like I have 5 children. What? Yes, for anyone who doesn't know, I have 5 children, and like just seeing my children grow up, it's so imperative to allow them to be who they are instead of like try and cultivate them into somebody I want them to be.
Right.
And by allowing them to do that, of course they're going in directions that I don't understand, right? Much like you were talking to. It's such a beautiful thing. I love how this is an Everspace 2 stream and we're just like on this tangent. It's wonderful. But good like vibes. it's so important. But I mean, I suppose we could say, you know, it did stem from this conversation revolving around like game design, game development, right? Because like the importance of what you're adding into it, it's the same thing here. And, you know, just generally speaking, life, it's so important with what you're adding into it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to understand what other people are going through.
Right.
It does mean there needs to be this element of, allowing it to happen.
Right.
Allowing
the exploration. Allow it to explore. Yes. That's the thing. Like, Eric. I mean, you know this. Like, we probably grew up at a time where like being a nerd was not not exactly the popular thing, right? But because we were able to explore that, we are where we are today.
Native to this area.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I suggest throwing the whole
Oh my gosh.
as a distraction.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, I know.
I fail to see the advantage of
Also, I'm so
enthusiasm.
interested now in like what your son's doing in like do they have a sales front like out like a storefront or anything like in transforming and it like I'm so curious now. Like that sounds interesting to me.
He buys these products like Gucci and whatever like cheaply, right?
Yeah.
He finds ways to buy it cheaply and then he like resells it. Like it's so and he's super into it. And also Roblox, he does like some reselling of items on Roblox too.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
Oh, bro, I am getting hammered somewhere. Woo! There you go. Splat.
Nice.
Splat. But yeah, I was the last person to like ever even know anything about Gucci or anything like that.
Apollo Rachel says, "Hey, Draftsor, great to see you're not muted today." Yeah, me too. I like
too.
having a voice. It's Vigo taking away my freedom of speech. That's not how that works, but if somebody got triggered by that, just stop. Just
yeah.
Like, it was a bad joke, I admit it, but don't be offended by that. Goodness. All right.
But if you have time to be offended, let me know. I'll give you some work.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! What happened here? It went dark.
Sure. I think you probably maybe clipped something and it was blocking your viewpoint. So, at least that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep, there you go. Ah! Ah!
Oh, that cave. Is he behind a wall? I think he's behind a wall.
Yeah.
How dare he? That's never happened.
No, never. Okay. Well, I love this. Oh, this is satisfying, just splattering them.
Oh, yes. I'm a big fan of squishing bugs. I'm not. I don't like bugs. Yeah. I mean, I say that, and I actually. It's weird. I'm a big fan of spiders, but
spiders are good. They kill all the insects.
That's why I like spiders, because they eat bugs.
Yep. Okay, I'm actually that dude. When I see a spider in my house, like I try to like catch it safely to like put it outside.
Oh, see, I don't even put them outside. I just make sure that they go back into the corner where they're eating all the bugs. I'm just like, can you please?
Wife and kids, bro. They freak out.
Oh, you think so? Oh man, I think maybe I've encouraged my children to be a little playful with bugs, because anytime we go outside, they're like, "Oh, can I have this pet? Whatever I found." That's a roly-poly. Can we? Please? You know, it's like, and my daughter, she's my youngest daughter, 3 years old. She wants an ant farm. So it's adorable, it's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, did I do this? Is this my fault?
This is my fault. I had to go back in, and they respawn.
Do they respawn?
I feel like they did, or unless I went in an area. Bro, they are getting me good.
Yeah, they are. Even through your armor. Ouch.
There we go. Okay. I think we're good. Whew. All right. I'm just enjoying casual conversation with the group here.
Right. I don't think these guys give very much XP, but if I recall correctly, I think that we do have certain, like, I think there's certain parts that they do respawn. I feel like there are.
But I'm trying to find.
So that way, like, if you're getting lost and you're trying to like revisit a cave, we spawn them back in to be like, hey,
Gotcha.
You don't know if you were here or not.
Yes.
Just to add to the level of confusion.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Exploration games you have to take some ownership yourself to overcome. You can't just rely on cheeky little. Oh, if I clear out all the enemies, then I'll know exactly where I. Nope.
I'm trying to look around. I feel like I'm just like in a dead end here.
Yeah, they do respawn.
Okay, cool. Woo. Yeah, I feel like this is a dead end.
Severe arachnophobia? Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
From death to the opposition, which, so long as the opposition is arachnids, then I suppose that's fine, but it's interesting.
Yep. I feel like I am in... Oh, go! Yeah, I feel like this is a dead end. I'm not seeing any... Wait. Oh, I found it. Never mind.
You'll get there. I'm confident of it.
It's those hamsters. They're exhausted from the weekend, bro. Come here. Come to Papa. Yeah!
Also, just a quick reminder. I know that you probably have a timer or something, but just a reminder, it's 19 minutes still in.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Vigo's camera control is possibly not helping the feeling of being lost here. One thing to mention is that there is a first-person view that can be changed at any point in time of playing, whether you're mouse and keyboard or controller. When you're on controller, you can push up on the D-pad. When you're doing mouse and control, as Vigo has done here, he's pushed the V key. And it does cycle between 4 different vantage points. You have a third-person far, a third-person close, a first-person with the cockpit, and a first-person without.
There you go.
Generally, whenever I'm in close quarter spaces, I tend to go into first person with the cockpit on, just because I love the feel and it reminds me of when I played Descent. It feels so good. I do feel like it also helps orientation a bit more. I'm not sure why, but it does for me. In addition to that, oh my gosh, I forgot one other thing. There is a setting that allows you to create a horizon indicator, which can help sort of assist in your brain knowing the plane of existence. So that way you're not like twisting yourself around and spinning and accidentally going back through a pathway that you didn't think you were going. Yeah. And those settings can be found in the gameplay settings, and then there's like a horizon indicator, which is either set to hide or show, and along with a couple other things like the mouse dead zone and just a center screen position. Lots of fun things in the settings, guys. There's lots of little things. And also you can turn off screen shake too if this is getting super jarring to you all. Lots of those features. And I'm not saying I'm mentioning these just so everyone knows. Like, you don't have to change a darn thing.
Good, because I wasn't going to.
Good. Good. Play the way you play, because that's why the settings are there.
I feel like
if we wanted to force you to play a certain way, we wouldn't give you the options.
Am I going in circles?
I think you actually are. I think you
no.
But you know.
All right.
Nret one says, I am already jarred. Yeah, right. Eric, big question. VR support when? No, we're not doing VR support. It's a very, very, very long conversation, but the short of it is that we actually had VR support for Everspace 1. We poured out a lot of time and energy to make that work out, and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. The amount of time and resources to accomplish that task and the reception we got, it was like the vast majority, not just the majority, the vast majority of our negative reviews for Everspace 1 are VR.
Oh, wow.
And it's because that when you do VR, you have to either do it perfectly or not at all. And we were implementing it because we wanted to see how it would go. And yeah, the time that it took for us, it just was, it wasn't worth it. So in moving into the territory of Everspace 2, no, we're not going to spend all that time to get negative reviews and waste our money, and when we could actually be creating more content.
Right, which you are.
So, yeah, we're currently working on more content, so that's going to be our focal point. Now, if you are painstakingly stricken by sadness in my statement there, do know that we have track IR support, so there is some aspect of having that satisfied, and it works really well. I've actually used it myself a little bit. Geekbite, who's been floating around the streams, he's actually streamed it like that several times. It's a pleasant experience. Obviously, it's not the same, but just do know that there is some degree of that style of motion you can implement should you desire. We do not have plans to do Toby. There's a technical challenge difference between Toby versus the sort of open source eye tracking software. Which I have to ask the guys who do that on the team what that specifically looks like and why it's so different. But the short of it is that it's a rather complicated issue, and it's not something we want to pursue.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So, yep.
Good. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm finally
this is progress.
making my way. I'm sorry, folks.
No, don't be sorry. This is great.
Oh man,
raw experience, gameplay footage. It's important.
Another gate.
Okay. Oh yes. Woo. Woo.
We're out.
I can breathe.
Another day.
I love this game so much.
Just over there.
I do.
Helic. You reckon Daryl sent us both here to die?
Oh, look how beautiful.
I was hanging up in that cave long enough to think it
I
over
feel
good and hard.
peace.
There's no doubt about it. Ha! Hey, Adam.
It is actually rather satisfying now you're out. There's like a sigh of relief, a weight that comes off the shoulders. It's like
there is. I felt it.
Yeah, it's like almost the perfect time to announce the giveaway winners. In fact, like.
Hey, where's my ride? No ship here, Alec. What? But
beautiful tattooings. Let's go extra.
Beautiful
from miles away.
Hey,
yes, you and anyone else. I detect a civilian vessel on what appears to be a junk.
Screen shake should be able to be disabled in any game. Yes. So strongly agree. It's actually ridiculous.
They prefer to keep the place tidy.
It's for me personally, like anytime I'm playing a game, the first thing I do, settings, screen shake off. Like that's the first thing I do every time.
Ooh, this is. I'm gonna start pod racing now. Ooh, I love these. I'm gonna start making my noises.
Love it.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh.
I love how we discuss some, elements that are applicable to like settings in games, and now everyone's kind of like sharing. For me, this is what I do when I start a game, and it's so good. It's so good. Like, I love how everyone has a specific way that they approach it. And it's not just a matter of like, personal preference. I think it's so much more than that too. It's how we digest the content with which we are experiencing. And in order to do that, like if we do not have the necessary tools to do that, it's such a game breaker when you don't have the right tools, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure that you could speak to this so much, Vigo, in the games that you've played and how you've optimized things, and even how your monitor is catered to that process.
Oh yeah. Oh. What? Okay, fine. Okay, let me go over here. So, yeah, I haven't done. I'll do an ooh by the time the stream is over.
There it is, my sweet ride, still in one piece.
You can walk the last bit, right?
That'll do nicely, buddy. You're the best.
Darn
Were
it.
you saying? I'm sorry, I missed something.
No.
I got
It's all...
totally distracted.
Ooh, upgrade. Wait. Yes. Wait. No. Yes. Upgrade. Yeah. Upgrade.
Wood.
Sticky ooh, what's that? A turret that sticks to rock surfaces only and fights with you.
Oh yeah, sticky turrets are. Oh man, those went through a little development story time.
Okay.
Sticky turrets used to be something of a treat because you could have an infinite number of them. So if you had, obviously there's like a certain number you can only hold in a consumable slot, but every time they would connect to an object, they would be there permanently until they were destroyed. So you could just go buy more sticky turrets and then stick them to another object and buy more and stick them, buy more, stick them. And so we were having the results of some players putting like hundreds of sticky turrets
So, Illick, what exactly did you do to
on
piss
a
off this
wall.
Darrow guy enough to
We
send you
ended up
into a
having
trap?
to, you know,
Yeah,
make some adjustments.
Yeah. Gotta do a
I think
nerf.
that,
How about you?
yeah, we had to do a nerf
I was looking
to
for a guy
that.
named
Not
Maddox.
only for the sake of balance, but also for
The rummage up that
computers
can't stand rummage?
and not exploding.
That guy?
But yeah,
the whole
Yeah.
Robin thing is
that
just
was
a front
fun.
for Mr. Cato's courier operation.
So,
Maddox uses it to fix illegal
Angel,
tech
thank you so
behind
much for the
counter
reminder.
and smuggle it across
We have
Prescott
9
using
minutes
his
left
ramen
for the
delivery
stream, so I
drones.
think this is a good
In
time to
exchange, he gets
pause
hard to
here.
find parts
Oh
for
yeah.
Mr. Cato's
Save. I'll
associates.
sell and stuff like that. I've had a fabulous time. I really should.
A group of automated
Team,
Okai
just quick
units is
question.
approaching as we
Should we
speak.
make these streams like
Illick,
3
can you
hours in the
unclamp it?
future? I don't know. I'm like
Of
having so
course
much
I
fun
can.
doing
Just
this.
give me a mo. I'll try to buy you some time.
I think that would be amazing. I would only be able to join you for 2. You probably know that, but yeah.
No. I know.
Cool.
I'm just kind of. I feel like it just these 2 hours blow by so quickly. And then
They really do.
All right, inventory. So I can't sell anything here, right? Is that I can? This is not a marketplace. I don't see that. Sorting.
Correct.
Whip. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's just a spot to park your ship and prepare for battle.
Got it.
Oh, I wanted to answer one little personal question. Hazio X says, "Is she the 5th?" No. Joyce is the 4th. She's 5. Yeah, she's 5. She's 5 years old, but the 3-year-old is not here. She is at daycare right now. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and yep, save. And I will save. Yes. Stream 60523. Done. All right, let's go ahead and jump over here to. Oh wow. There we go. Woohoo! All right, so let's start doing that giveaways. The giveaway here. Thank you all for joining and being patient and just engaging with us. I've loved this. I feel like we had a little bit of a like a personal stream today. You know, just sharing a couple of our experiences as we've been growing up. So yeah, I'll close the entries here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to close this entries here. Boop. All right. Okay. So before I do the first giveaway, I want to go ahead and remind everyone that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 3-hour stream with Alienware Pylon, myself, and 2 guests that are going to play Diablo for Alienware After Dark. And
Diablo, that's a franchise that inspired Everspace too.
Yes, and if you caught the first stream on Thursday, we had a fabulous time where we're all cosplaying, and guess what? We're gonna do it again. So, and I had a barbarian. Check it out. My wife and I worked on that costume. It was awesome. If I do say so myself. And also on Wednesday we have TechSpot Wednesdays with Pylon. Please sure to join him as we talk good technology on that stream. And yeah, and then on Thursday night, again, we have our next Diablo 4 stream at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. Also, remember to join Alienware Arena, where you can go ahead and get a bunch of goodies, like, and as I point out every time, we have the keychain and my spinner. Where did my spinner? Oh, it's right there. I always have my spinner near me, like the Alienware spinner. Woo! And you get points just for watching the stream, so make sure you check that out. Okay, let's go ahead and give the first one. And we've got the first winner is going to be 16X a second. There's gotta be a story to that name.
So, every time. Every time.
Congratulations. And your question is going to be, who's your favorite Alienware streamer?
Gosh.
It's a running joke I have with Pylon.
I love it.
All right, 16X a second. Are you still there? Because I gotta give you 10 seconds to answer the silly little question of who is your favorite Alienware streamer?
I'm not seeing. Gosh, are they here?
16X.
Oh.
6,
Oh no.
X? No? No?
They haven't
Okay.
responded. It's
They
like
have
they're
not
a
responded.
robot.
Okay, well then you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Womp 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 womp. Sad trombone. All right, reroll.
Yeah.
All right. First winner is going to be Potent Tail misspelled? Tile?
Potential.
Potential.
The potential was there.
The
That's for
potential was
sure.
there, but not with me. Apparently, those hamsters are really exhausted today. Okay. Potential. Same question to you. Who's your favorite Alienware streamer? He's potentially not here. Potential.
Gosh.
All right, let's try this again. 5, 4, come on. 3, come on. 2, 1. Bro, what part of the rules that of like you got to be around?
It's true.
I know you're there. Throw away for Twitch. All right.
Bot time today. Oh my gosh.
For real.
I like how that comes from Axeman to Go, which, unfortunately speaking, that does kind of sound like a body name.
Pagla mia! Pagla mia, are you there? Who's your favorite Alienware streamer? Figo Senpai.
No! Oh god.
Maybe this is why this is 2-hour streams. Then don't say it. Say
That's
anyone else.
That's right. 100% correct.
Pagla mia! Pagla mia! I need you. Bro, seriously, this is gonna be the third one?
I want pizza now.
Pagla mia. Pagla mia, please. Or somebody's gotta be around here, right?
Somebody. I imagine there's probably at least one person in this chat. I can't tell, but it's probably likely.
Pagla mia. All right. Pagla mia. Yeah, Pagla mia is around here. Come on, Pagla mia.
It would make me so sad if like they're just walking away for a moment because they're talking to like a daughter that snuck into the stream, or you'd have to let the dog out. You know, gosh, but man.
I feel like we're killing time for Pagla mia, who's usually here.
Yeah.
Pagla's washing the car.
It's just casually decided to go wash a car. They're just.
I know Pagla's not a bot.
Mamma mia, I see in the chat, yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing like every single one. Geekbyte said they're still listed in the viewer chat. I've been every time that there's a winner, I always check, and all of the ones so far have been. However, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give Pagla mia because I know Pagla mia is a regular viewer. I'm gonna give Pagla mia a moment, so we're gonna go to the next one though. Okay, so Punished Pile. Punished Pile, are you there?
Hey, Punish Pile. We had a chat, Punish Pile. We talked about like some things before. You're totally here, right? You're definitely not. I know you're not a bot because we had a conversation. All you have to do is confirm that you're still here. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Just if you look,
Just
are
don't
these
let me down.
are there that many people who do not want to say I'm their favorite streamer? Okay, just any question. Punish Pile. There
He's
we
here.
go. Yes. Woo!
Confirmation. First giveaway complete. Yes. I've never been so overjoyed to give out free stuff.
I know, right? All right, Punished Pile. Here you go. And there's your code. Congratulations, Punished Pile. I'm so proud.
Awesome.
All right. Now, let's go to the next one.
Number 2.
Well, let's go pick a winner. And we've got Dramatic Twitch. Dramatic Twitch. Same question to you. Who's your favorite Alienware streamer?
20% of stream done. Well played, Mind Jive. That was good. Dramatic Twitch V is my favorite streamer. Yes, 2 for 2 in a row.
Woo!
Goodness.
Here we go. Congratulations, Dramatic Twitch. And now for the next winner, we have Purple 1293. Purple on the 1293. Are you there? Purple 1293. 1293. Purple.
Searching for the purple.
Purple.
I love how there's so many different ways to break down 4 numbers in a row. Like the first time you said it was 1293, but then you said 1293.
I know.
But it could also be 1293. Or it could be 129 3. Like we can keep going. Numbers are fun.
My son is
But they're not as fun if they're
person.
not here.
I know, right? Purple, don't disappoint us.
Where's the purple?
All right.
Our combo got broken.
I know.
Fortunate.
I'm about to do the disappointed dad voice.
Oh man, I feel that.
I know, that's the whole point, geeky. I have to encourage the pandering.
Combo breaker. Yeah.
All right. No purple. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rah.
Maybe the question's just too much pressure for them, and that's why they're not answering.
Potential is there. Yes, potential's back.
Oh, there's potential, yeah.
Yeah, potential. Here you go.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Is that allowed?
I'm doing it.
Do you have that power?
Executive power.
Executive power potential, you have succeeded.
Here you go, potential. Bam, because I know you're a regular streamer or watcher. Or maybe
3! 3 has been gifted.
Yes.
Rigged. Now, yes, they won the giveaway while they weren't here and they came back, therefore it's rigged.
Yeah,
I know.
It is therefore
Crazy.
rigged. I know. It happens.
Unacceptable.
I know. All right, let's go to the next one. All right.
Potential. Good.
All right. Next winner, number 4, is Bam! Bam! Congratulations. Who is your favorite Alienware streamer? Woo! You're there. Woohoo! I could say Eric. He's not an Alienware streamer, but he can be your favorite streamer. So yes, it's Bam!
Today I am an Alienware streamer because this is the Alienware stream, and I am present as a streamer. Therefore.
Yes, therefore. Love it. Congratulations.
Well, there wasn't any pride in that at all whatsoever.
If not, I'll settle for Vigo. Yes, that's what my wife said.
That's great. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
All right, now for the last, but certainly not least winner, is going to be They're airing out the dirty laundry now. My wife and I are high school sweethearts. I get to joke like that. And the last, but certainly not least, Zybok DK. Zybok, congratulations. Ooh, are there other streamers? There's Pylon, but
Yes!
I mean, really, do you
Yes!
want to pick Pylon? I don't know.
That was the best response,
Yes, it
honestly.
was. Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Zybok, congratulations. All right, folks. Wow. That was a fun, heartwarming stream.
Good, it's good. Lots of Everspace too, lots of, like, little personal
Yeah.
discussions and
Yeah.
diatribes.
Yeah.
Some nice quality interaction of development knowledge was in there, sprinkled with the love and flair of Vigo. Oh my god, what a pleasure it
Woo!
is to be here with you.
Well,
Seriously, I love
thank
these.
you. Yeah, no, I love it too. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. And folks, don't forget to catch Eric's streams on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Is that correct? 1 p.m. Eastern?
It's 2
2
PM
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fridays,
yeah.
2 p.m. Eastern. I set an alert so that I can catch him every Friday. You know, when I don't have like a million things. Hold on a second.
It's true, I see him. He shows up. He's not
Yeah,
lying.
yeah, I'm not lying. I like watching. So you know. Ah, thank you, Cephalon. Appreciate that. And just for everybody, just so we can have it. Ooh, ooh. There you go. Oh, Eric's not gonna do it. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do ooh, ooh, Eric? Are you gonna do it?
I have to go watch a plant grow. Uh,
Love it. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you all like every single money and money Monday. I appreciate money. I guess I don't know. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining. Next week is going to be the final Everspace 2 stream,
it's
but
true.
we're gonna have a great time. And I appreciate you all. See you on yeah, don't forget to tune in to Alienware After Dark tomorrow night. It's gonna be a great time. And love you all. Thank you. Take care. Have a good one.
Toodles. That was awesome. It's so great. I love it. Ah! Oh, we're not muted. I love it. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Mhm.